Welcome back to Theresa.is.Dead. My name is Theresa and I'm very much alive. And if you're new here, welcome. I have an awful garbage mouth. I tend to use fuck as a comma. If you're not okay with that, which is totally fine and acceptable, feel free to X out the video here. No harm, no foul, but I'll remember our time fondly. If you want to jump to the overall swatches, review, and all that good stuff, I will leave a time code down below. Feel free to jump ahead. Guys, I'm a Disney person. Yeah, I know. I'm one of those weirdos that goes to the park without children and enjoys myself. Probably the only time where I actually truly feel like a child, and it makes me so incredibly happy. I go to Disney about once or twice a year, and it's probably one of my favorite vacation spots. Yes, it's hot, it's crowded, you pay $4 for a bottle of water, and you're surrounded by children that are just screaming on the top of their lungs because they just want that goddamn Elsa doll. But you know what? It's fine. You know why? Because I'm in Disney and I love it. I love everything about Disney. And for whatever reason, me, who is actually going to be turning 33 tomorrow, I know, oh my god, I love going there because it reminds me of a time when things were simple and I didn't have student loan debt and I didn't have to deal with weird shit on the train or terrorism or anything like that. It reminds me of a time where things were just cool. Every year around this time, I usually go for my birthday because out of anywhere in the world, I just want to be in the Magic Kingdom wearing that fucking button that says happy birthday princess, walking around getting free cupcakes and having people tell me it's my birthday because I'm a narcissist and I love it. Unfortunately, this year we couldn't go and it's because of XYZ or whatever. I am going to Florida though at the end of this month, but it's for a work trip. It's not even fun, but I will be in Disney. However, I don't have time to go to the park, so I'm so goddamn sad about that. So whatever, it's fine. I will go next year. It's not like Disney is going to somehow disappear overnight. Now with that said, I was trying to think of like a really funny story about something to kind of tie in with this Disney palette because I feel like it's just appropriate. And I'm going to explain to you why I can't see Disney movies in a movie theater. This is probably one of the most embarrassing things ever, but fuck it, I don't care. I'm sure if you have a heart, you know Disney movies are just designed to make you cry, like hysterically cry, sobbing fits, right? And usually I'm in the comfort of my own home, crying hysterically on my couch, shoving my face with peanut M&Ms while Alex watches and giggles at me. And that's usually how it is. I pretty much cried at every movie. I haven't seen Up. I know, I haven't seen Up because I know what happens. I don't think I can take it. So my favorite franchise in all of Disney is actually Toy Story. I love every Toy Story. So when the third one came out a couple years ago, I was so excited. So me, Alex, and his older brother, my brother-in-law, Nick, went to the movies. This is an afternoon showing sometime in the summer. It was a sea of children, like a sea of children and mothers and fathers and all that good stuff. We're the only weirdo adults sitting in this movie theater without any children. And we're sitting in the back, you know, because you're a weirdo adult that's in a Disney movie. So we're sitting in the back. And I remember there was a scene, oh God, even thinking about this actually makes me want to tear up. There was a scene in Toy Story 3. All the toys are in the garbage dump and they're heading towards a giant incinerator and they realize, oh God, see, I'm already fucking tearing up. Jesus Christ. Okay, so anyway, I can't even do this. Jesus Christ. I'm not even kidding. This is literal tears. So anyway, so all the toys are, they're realizing that they're gonna die. Oh my God. Okay, that they're realizing they're gonna die. All right. Okay, so all the toys realize that they're gonna die and they start holding hands. They start holding hands and they're approaching the fire. So how we're sitting is Nick, Alex, and me. So I'm sitting there like head in the popcorn, like just literally my shoulders are starting to shake because I could feel the waterworks coming. And I'm just like, and as soon as they touch hands and they realized they were gonna die, I literally went, fucking sobbed uncontrollably. And then I realized, bitch, you're not on your couch. You're in a crowded theater with children. So now I have all these people turning around and looking at me like, who the fuck is crying? And Alex and Nick are fucking dying laughing, which in turn made me laugh at the most pivotal part of this movie where they're all going into the fucking incinerator and about to die. So there I am, fucking dying laughing, crying hysterically. Two guys next to me fucking dying laughing. All the parents now turning around being like, who the fuck are these crazy people laughing hysterically at a time like this? And I just felt like so much fucking like I just felt so much judgment. I almost wanted to stand up and go, guys, it's okay. I literally was crying, realized how ridiculous, I'm an adult in a child's movie theater, and that's why I started laughing. But I didn't say that. Instead, I just sank down in my seat and waited for the fucking scene to be over. And luckily, it was fine, and I enjoyed the rest of the movie, occasionally giggling because I couldn't believe I just did that in a crowded movie theater with a bunch of children and adults. Yeah. Since then, I haven't actually seen any Disney movie in the movie theaters because I'm terrified of that happening again. I really wanted to see Winnie the Pooh really, really badly because Winnie the Pooh is actually my favorite character. I couldn't get past the trailer without crying hysterically. I don't know what's wrong with me. My heart is so black, but when it comes to Disney, it's like I believe magic's real. And so I really wanted to see the Winnie the Pooh movie in the theater this past summer, but just for the fear of what happened to me at Toy Story, I haven't actually been able to see any Disney movie for the fear of just screaming. Any other movie, I don't cry over. I don't cry about anything else. Anything that's real, no, nothing. But when it comes to Disney, I'm a fucking baby. So with that said, has that ever happened to you? Please tell me I'm not the only one. For the love of God, please tell me I'm not the only one. Ooh. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the designer collection, ColourPop It's a Princess Thing eyeshadow palette, along with 2 lip glosses and 2 Super Shock shadows. I was in Maine when I purchased this, and unfortunately those were the only items available at the time. Everything else was completely sold out, and I really want to try one of the damn lipsticks, but oh well. If it ever comes back into stock, I'll pick it up and try it out. So the first thing that we're going to be talking about are the 2 lip glosses in the shade Bibbidi, which is the clear gloss, and Boo, which is this beautiful nude pink color. I have no issues with these lip glosses. I think they're great. For $6, you can't go wrong. Of course, on my lips is the Boo color because I just wanted a little bit more of a splash of color because this one doesn't have it. It's literally just clear gloss and sparkles, which is totally fine, but I feel like I'm not going to really be gravitating towards this one too much because I actually really like the Fenty Gloss Bomb better in terms of the sparkle and clear coverage. This I think is awesome. I really like it. I feel like it was meant for me, and I'm super excited to just kind of throw this in my bag and just wear this for the next fucking few months. I really do like these, and I have nothing really bad to say about them at all. They're sticky. They don't really wear for a very long time because it's gloss, so if you're going to be eating or drinking or anything like that, you're going to have to keep applying it, but you don't need me to tell you that. Obviously, I would imagine you guys have worn lip gloss in your life, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. I think the packaging is really cute, has a nice weight to it. I love the little gold tops. It's very Disney princessy, and I really, really think that's cute, so I'm a fan of this. So the next thing I want to talk about are the Super Shock shadows, which both retail for a whopping $5 each. I got the color Under the Sea and A Whole New World. There were also 2 other colors, one that was kind of like a pinky color and a brown color. Those didn't really interest me that much, that's why I picked up these 2. First and foremost, the packaging, fucking everything. I love it. I think it's adorable. I'm gonna zoom you right in. You can see there is a gold Cinderella's castle right on top of the cover, and I think that's so goddamn cute. I wanted to like these more. And I'm a little bummed out because I normally really like the quality of the Super Shock shadows. I don't use them every day, but when I do, I never have any sort of issue. I feel like Super Shock shadows are just so easy to use in general, and they're so quick. And I feel like applying both of these took a little bit longer than I liked. It's deceiving a little bit. I feel like they look a lot brighter than what they are when you first put them on, which I used a brush. I always use brushes because I've never had any sort of issue when using a brush with Super Shock shadows. It always works. So I was actually kind of surprised this time that they were kind of flaky and crumbly. They were not meshing very well. I didn't understand why that was doing it. And then it was like an explosion of glitter on top of that. So I feel like the formula in these, maybe I'm crazy, but could be a little bit different from the normal Super Shock shadow formula. The purple one was incredibly light, and I kept trying to pack it on because I felt like I wasn't obtaining this beautiful lavender color. And you could even see it, like, it looks fucking weird. It looks like super fucking chunky. I'm going to play with them again and again and really just try to figure out how to make them work, because maybe it was my application of it. Maybe these are really not meant to be used with the brush, even though I've never had any issues in the past. But maybe these particular ones I need to use with a finger. I don't know. I'm going to play around with this a little bit more, but I wasn't a fan, and it kind of bummed me out because honestly, these were the things that I was super excited about. And last but not least, let's talk about the eyeshadow palette. So let me read you a little bit about the eyeshadow palette first. Get red carpet ready with the piece de resistance of the collection. Our first 15-pan shadow palette inspired by the iconic Disney princesses. These soft romantic shadows will add a touch of glam to any look to make you photo ready. First and foremost, this packaging to me is everything. I love how classic and beautiful and kind of modern all the princesses look. I love that they're on top of this black packaging with all these little beautiful sparkles around it. I think this is really cute, and for $20, the packaging just feels really nice to me. So when you open her up, you get little autographs from the princesses as well as as well as 15 eyeshadows. The reason why I wasn't super excited about this initially is because I was like, oh, they're just, you know, normal soft colors. Like, it wasn't anything crazy. There wasn't any super cool pops of color in here that would really draw my eye. But then again, these are Disney princesses. Disney princesses usually have a very soft glam sort of look. So I think what I'm looking for obviously is Disney villains, which would be more bright pops of colors and just craziness, which ColourPop, if you're listening, please make a Disney villains palette. I think the world needs it. It definitely needs it. I need some fucking Maleficent or some Ursula shit. Anyway, so like I said, I wasn't super excited about getting this because I was like, oh, okay, the colors are cute, but whatever. I'm only really getting it because I'm a Disney person. So with that said, I've been playing with this palette for the past week now, and I love it. I really do. I own these shades. You own these shades. Everybody owns these shades. These are not revolutionary by any means. They are very, very basic. There's nothing interesting about them that I would say, go run out and buy them. I purely bought this just for the packaging alone, I'm gonna be honest. I think the top row here is wonderful. ColourPop makes a really good matte, and these are amazing transition colors and crease colors and all that good stuff, and I was really a fan of this row. Out of this row, this is the one that caused me the most drama, which is Prince Charming. As you can see, it looks like a bomb went off. It always looked very patchy. I would try to pack it on and then it would look chunky. I had a crazy amount of fallout, like an immense, where I have literally sparkles all over here and all over here, and there's just no way of fucking getting around it. Even with the shadow shield that I used earlier this week, it somehow decided to get underneath it. I don't even understand how. This shit is the herpes of the makeup world. This will get everywhere. I'm warning you now. I did not like that. The rest of the shades, I had no issue with. Actually, and I take that back, Fairy Godmother, a little chunky, but I really do like the pigment in it, but chunky. Everything else was fine. The bottom row, these 3 shades, I had no problem with. These 2 shades I honestly didn't use because I have PTSD from the Dose of Colors palette, where it looks like basically a matte black and it just has a crazy amount of sparkles on top of it. I tend to not use those shades. As much as I love glitter, I don't want to look like a fucking disco ball, so I didn't gravitate towards them. So with that said, do you really need this palette? No, I don't think so. I think while this is incredibly beautiful, this is something you already own. We all own. We have at least 65 fucking palettes like this. You don't need to buy this. However, I think if you're a fan of Disney and you really like the cute aesthetic of it, then yeah, I think you should pick it up. I don't think you'll regret it. And lastly, it's $20. It's not breaking the bank by any means. So do you really need another palette like this? Probably not. But if you really like Disney and you're a weirdo like me, you will not be disappointed. So overall, while the collection was really nice, had it not been Disney, I wouldn't have bothered picking it up. There was nothing that was really making me wow about this other than the packaging. Honestly, the only things that really super interest me in this whole collection were those 2 Super Shock shadows because of how beautiful those shades were. And I was just really bummed out that it didn't work out to my benefit. But I'm still gonna try and play around with them because maybe there's something that I'm not doing right. And of course, let me know down below and leave me back some feedback if there's something that I'm not doing, because shit, I'm not a makeup artist and I never claimed to be. I'm just a makeup enthusiast like you bitches, so maybe I'm not doing something right. But overall, I think this collection was really cute, but if it wasn't Disney, I definitely wouldn't have picked it up. Alright, so I guess that's about it. I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button, it's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. And follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I'll see you little pumpkins later. Bye.